Hi, I'm Rosie.
Yay, I'm back on YouTube.
Welcome to my channel where I look into what's going on in the world intuitively, from the political to the personal. I have a Patreon page and I also do personal readings. From now until July 31st, I am doing a personal reading special. If you'd like to book your appointment, go to my website, rosieinsights.com, and use the code SUMMER24. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Psych Investigator. Okay, guys, so today is Monday, July 22nd. It's almost 8:30, and I've been I think delaying, a little bit nervous about this video. I overcame the shock of yesterday. I was really shocked when I heard about uh, an hour and a half after the fact. So I was doing something else and then it happened. And I needed some time to process all of this. But over time, as I would go on Twitter and see things on and off until, this, I guess a little over 24 hours, right? Because this came out, I think, around 2 p.m. yesterday. So, so anyway, so, um, so it's been interesting. I was really upset. Of course, I think a lot of people were because my feeling and my biggest fear was that like those donor people had taken over and I was afraid that they would find somebody else, how they would take down Biden and then they would somehow get Kamala out, but it hasn't happened. And as I started to see the support from everyone and how the party really united around her quickly, um, it it gave me a sense of relief. And I'm sure you have all picked up on the energy, right? And the younger people also uniting and all kinds of people. So it really feels honestly very exciting. And it feels very like we can win. And it's so interesting, right? That things progressed in this way. So I at first also I was a little like nervous. I thought, oh my God, how could I have not seen it? But I guess a lot of people hadn't seen it. And I felt bad and everything, but I feel like it was a decision that was made really very last minute. And I do think Biden may have thought of his son Hunter also, right? That there were issues related to, I guess, campaigning also, and apparently some of his advisors got some campaign data, and but I do feel that I think he feels a degree of relief. And you guys who know me and I've seen for years that Kamala will become president. But I think what he thought is to just make it happen earlier. And I have to say, just being very honest here with my, fears, I was worried that if she became a candidate now, that they would attack her, that they would all do all these things, that we wouldn't stand a chance. But I feel like I was wrong, right? I was wrong in the sense that I think actually putting her, like her becoming our candidate and winning, I think she's going to win. It will show that we are not afraid of how their attacks are all about DEI and all of the bullshit that they're kind of the innuendo and all of that. And somebody like Kamala is not just she is not afraid of calling out their racism, their BS. And it neutral her attitude, her command of the stage, of language, of prosecutorial moves. I feel like it completely invalidates their, DI woke and all that. Like she just goes for it, right? Like did you see what she said earlier today? She knows a lot of criminals. She's dealt with criminals so she knows what Donald Trump is about. So so she's also the right guys, you know how we used to always say, oh, there's a woman who's going to take down Trump or something, but ultimately she really is the best representative of all this energy. And also, guys, I feel like when you look at the people that are really going after Trump without fear, without shame, without, not walking on eggshells, it's African American women, right? You have A. James in New York, you have Fannie Willis, Judge Chutkan, and a lot of women, right? So I feel like I think she is really the best representative of this moment. And I feel like I really trust African American women, really, because they're the ones getting things done. Like she is the person who's going to change justice. She's going to make justice happen. She's been doing this her whole life, pretty much. So, and I feel like we all want justice to happen so much. And I feel like her energy and I think this wind that we have felt, I have felt, I'm sure you have felt too. It's this energy of facing it. We're not going to, I think honestly, guys, being very honest with you, I was very afraid, and after the Hillary thing. And now we know, I say this to a lot of people, that I think she won, but the numbers were changed. We know that, right? But I think this whole like political hyper calculation of this and that. But you know what? Kamala represents the moment. She represents America. She represents women. Because really, guys, who's saving America right now? Let's be real. It's African American women. It's real. Look at them. They're the ones who are not afraid, right? Like when everybody else backs down, they don't. Okay. And they show up and they're already organizing her sorority from Howard University. Everybody's is getting together. Everybody is making it happen. And I get goosebumps, guys. I've always said, like I said, I always knew she was going to be president. And like, and so it feels good, because guys, as you know, it's very hard to live through these times and all the things with like, somehow I thought of Claudine Gay, like the whole attack on the whole DEI thing. You know what I mean? It's very upsetting. It's very real, and Republicans are making, they're weaponizing all of this. But if we confront it with justice, I think it's going to work. It's the right moment. And I think we're going to win. I really do think, even like I said, I thought about it, looking into what happened with Joe Biden. I was shocked. I was so shocked. I couldn't, I just had nothing to say yesterday. But now I see that God works in mysterious ways, right? I think Biden did do the right thing. Ultimately, even though it's hard to to accept it, right? Like that he was so beloved, and I'm still angry at those people who attacked him for his age and all of that. But ultimately, he did the right thing. He did the unselfish thing. And I think Kamala is great. I think she's obviously very prepared. And she's already in the government, right? She knows how everything's working. She's already working on things. And she is not going to back down. No, no, no. She's going to go after criminals. So, and you could see already the energy, in Tehran's camp, and how they're reacting to everything. Interesting. I find it interesting. I find it interesting. So, so that's the introduction today. Okay. So, oh, I was going to say this, that yesterday I was like, oh my God, how come I didn't see it? I thought, oh, should I look into what I feel like, honestly, we have already turned the page. It's maybe unnecessary at this point. I thought to go back. I don't say that it would be like relitigating it, but I feel like at this point it's already done. So the reason why Biden may or may not have done this or that, I don't think it at this point, right? I think we have read about it. We have looked into it, but I really think that in a way, I feel like there's magic in the air. I really feel it. So it turns out to be great. That's what I think. Okay. it's like you see, and since like I've already seen her being president, I think this is the right time. And it's going to work out. And you see that by the way the trash people are reacting. And so okay, so let me get started here. Oh, I'm gonna pause for a second. Okay, so I made these notes. So okay, so getting over, so that's right, I talked about it, getting over the shock of body dropping out, energy versus cult of personality. So yesterday also I picked up on this energy. It was really, really hard to deal with it because I felt like all of this happened as a result of betrayal, right? And those donor people, I couldn't forgive them. But then I realized that what I was picking up on was the energy was still there, that we are going through the energetic shift, and that it's okay to accept that it may not be, it's not about a cult of personality. It's about this energy that we are with it together through living through this. So it's okay if it's another person, and it's definitely okay if it's Kamala, because because I really believe, no, I really do believe that it was going to be her. Okay, so then you see here on this part that the Democrats are united around her, except for the former Democrat. Did you see this Joe Manchin? Joe Manchin, he did. He thought Joe Manchin had an opinion. He called Donna Brazil to ask if she can I rejoin and then maybe get in the ticket? Do you think? Huh? So I thought the nerve of some people. It's kind of fascinating. Okay. So then Trump said that he was like, there was a debate, there was a thing, there was a debate that was scheduled to happen in August, right? To happen with ABC News, but he was like, no, I think we need to move it to uh what about Fox News? Yeah, we need to move it to, we need to move it to, like, he knows. Imagine, she's not afraid of him. She's not afraid of his BS. She calls him out on it. So he's afraid of her. Oh yeah. She's a prosecutor. She's gonna get your ass. Oh yeah, she's gonna get your ass. So that's good. Okay. Now sad for him. I'm not sad, huh? For him. Sad, huh? For him. Okay. So I also separated here the news. Okay, so let's look at it together. Together forever. Okay. Oh no, I don't want those things. What else? Okay, so let's see here. This is news. Okay, so Harris earned like now Harris earns $231 million in donations in first day of presidential campaign. And by the way, guys, she's so extremely beautiful. She's extremely smart, very tough lady. What is not to like? What is not to like? Okay, so good for her. Oh yeah, oh yeah. In one day, she made all the money Trump needed for his bond case in New York City. It's interesting, no? Is that something like that? Okay, so there's more. Let's see her other headlines. Um, Now this is great, guys. I'm going to try to provide the link to this. So this is Kamala. Now, Kamala, there was a live stream of a campaign event in Delaware with Kamala, and this is where this is from. But Simone Sanders has on her Twitter account a clip. Okay, so oh my God, you know what? I always do this because I have to optimize, because I know how it shares sound, optimize video clip. Okay, here. Okay.
Kinds. So in the days and weeks ahead, I, together with you, will do everything in my power to unite our Democratic Party, to unite our nation, and to win this election. You know, as many of you know, before I was elected as Vice President, before I was elected as United States Senator, I was the elected Attorney General, as I've mentioned, of California, and before that I was a courtroom prosecutor. In those roles, I took on perpetrators of all kinds.
Yeah, so sweet.
Predators who abused women. Fraudsters who ripped off consumers. Cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type.
Okay. 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 Okay, so sad for him. Now there's a imagine that after all of this, there's a prosecutor at the end of the tunnel. I find interesting. Oh, I find interesting. I find interesting. So, oh, hmm, hmm, hmm. So, so that's good to know. That's good. So that no, that was beautiful, and that's exactly the person that Trump is going to find. That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. So now something else, another great clip. Now this is guys, this is look at how out of touch these people are. So I think this the Kamala being the candidate, being the future, let's be real, the future president. She she again, I talked about at the beginning, she really faces all of the prejudices and right on. And so and I love that she contrasts so beautifully with JD Vance and Trump, right? And look at now, this is amazing. So guess what? So JD Vance was accusing Kamala Harris of being a cat lady. She's like, she doesn't have children or something like that. But guys, you know who is a cat lady? Taylor Swift. You know, Taylor Swift has a massive, she's a she's Democrat. She supported Biden before. I'm sure she eventually will come out and say she supports Kamala Harris. But her fans are rabid. So I'm sure, I'm sure she's like, I mess with cat lady. Yeah, problem with the cat lady. Let me tell you all about cat lady. But this is like, I can't believe those people are so petty. It's like, it really is, it's kind of amazing. Like it truly is remarkable. It truly is remarkable that they decide, okay, hold on. That they decide to do, oh my God, guys, okay. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, open. So this is amazing. Okay. All right. So now this is JD Vance on the Tucker Carlson show. Oh my God, I have to do the same. I have to do the same thing. I always forget to do that. Share sound. Okay, share. It's already selected. Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks. Okay. All right, let's do this. What? Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's a link. Okay, I thought it was. Yeah, okay, here it is. Oh, come on. Hmm. Okay.
Is that we're effectively run in this country via the Democrats, via our corporate oligarchs, by a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made, and so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too. And it's just a basic fact. You look at Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, AOC, the entire future of the Democrats is controlled by people without children. And how does it make any sense that we've turned our country over to people who don't really have a direct stake in it?
Oh, wow. So by the way, by the way, Buttigieg has kids, I thought. Doesn't he have kids? He has kids. And by the way, you know who has kids? Guys, not today, but another day. I want to talk about Peter. Peter Thiel, also, he's the adopted two girls. And my sense about JD Vance, not for today, is that he did okay, doesn't even believe that JD Vance so young. He got so close to Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel put millions of dollars into his campaign. Did he not sleep with Peter Thiel for it? It's a question for another day. But those people, guys, I've been watching Peter Thiel for years. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So it's it's time for for us to look at those people. I bet, I'm serious that I think, does JD Vance have a grinder profile? I bet he does. I bet he does. Because really, right? Are we gonna like, okay? So, okay, all right. So anyway, so this is it, okay? So okay, so this is that. Sorry, 1 second here, because people will get mad at me because I'm not, I have been a little slower on the like posting videos because I used to do more of the live stream. Uh so anyway, coming back here. So one by Kamala taking over and Biden dropping out, then we completely own the narrative, right? And we throw back at Trump with this concept of the old, oh, I'm so, Biden is so, well, what about Trump? Because next to Kamala Harris, they look so dated, right? And I really don't think that, like, I just don't think that even honestly, my feeling, even conservative women are going to vote for her, because the whole, like, even the whole like concept of the cat lady, like, what the hell is that? Like, what? I don't even know the data on marriages anymore, but a lot of women who are not like me, right? There's tons of people. And the idea of and like shaming women, basically J.D. Vance was shaming women for not being married. Like, that is so like 1950s, whatever that is. So strange. And it's like they live in this world where they think that women are not like, they have no agency in something, right? So it's interesting. It's very strange. Uh, so anyway, so continuing here, okay? And I want to show you also this headline from Politico. It says it's Kamala Harris's party. So it's interesting because they completely have changed their tune from where they had been, right? So the vice president quickly picked up endorsements from key figures across the party, including potential challengers, cementing her side as Democrats' new stand-up bearer. So just to show you, I feel like, of course, I don't trust the media at all anyway. They have done enough harm. And so, and even today there were comments about, I don't watch MSNBC, but how they were like, they were so upset that they didn't have something true. So Katie Tour from MSNBC and SNBC even said something like, but the question is Kamala a candidate you would like to have beer with? Like, what are, these are the people that we have to, I mean, we don't have to, because I don't watch it, but these are the trash people that populate the airwaves of their BS attacks. So the energy is truly contagious. I think things are working. They will continue to work. That's just my general feeling. And I know some people had questions, and I don't want to. I think we need some time. We need to absorb, to live this moment and to be excited about it. And I know there's ways that the Republicans can attack us, but I think we'll take it as it comes. Okay, I'm not giving in to fear-based uh attitudes and so forth. And I have to say also, I have kind of paused live streaming, also because I can't handle the emotions of other people anymore. Like, honestly, at this point, the anxiety, like, that's not my problem. Right? Like, I think we have to collectively get together and focus on the positive and absorb it. Okay. I just think, for me personally, I prefer to be in this role where I look at the at the news, I share what I see, and I can participate in the comments later but not during, because I think there's so much going on and the energy is so volatile that I really need to preserve my energy and focus better. Okay, this way. So this is it. So let me pause because I know there's more that. So this is a link to the campaign. This is what Audrey had referred to this earlier. And wait, do not have a video? It's audio. Weird. Okay. That's her husband. Okay.
And other family. And
So
you're giving yourself and the kind of man that Joe Biden is. And he would talk about the qualities of his father. And the qualities that Bo revered the most are the same qualities that I see every day in our president. His honesty, his integrity, his commitment to his faith and his family.
this is Kamala
His
talking about
big, big heart, and his deep love of our country. And I don't need to tell you all, you know Joe's background, right? I mean, he grew up in a middle-class family in Scranton, and he has never forgotten where he comes from. And so, again, I am a first-hand witness from being with him in the Oval Office to the Situation Room and seeing him on the global stage with world leaders. President Joe Biden fights for the American people, and we are deeply, deeply grateful for his service to our nation.
Okay, so that was Kamala. So I'll share the link here so you can watch it later. So for today, that's really what I wanted to talk about. Okay, to stay with that feeling, and as things, I think that the lesson I've learned over the last 24 hours or so is that you can't, obviously we can't always predict everything because there's free will involved, but it's important to focus on, like, for example, I started exercising in the morning now the last couple of days because there's so much that you can't control, that you need to find something that creates stability for you so that you could do that. And so there's that. So that's like, so that you don't, you're not affected by, it was really hard to deal with Biden. It was so unpredictable and so crazy, really. But I think now everything makes sense. And I think it's time for us to come together. And I think we all are in it together, and she's gonna win. We're gonna help the best we can. And that's it. So like I said, I had these other topics that I was gonna look into, but I just want to do this kind of, I think, for today, just introduction into this new era. Okay, so I do think I feel more, as I talk to you about this, I see Trump just fading away, that the energy, he can't, is just fading away, and this attack is not going to stand. But I'll look into it more. Like today, it was just really about all these things that are happening, and we're going forward. And then later, I will, in the next day or so, look into all the other possibilities, everything else, right, that is happening. Okay. All right. So thanks for watching. And I managed to keep this right below half an hour, which is great. Goal going forward. Okay. All right. So I'm going to stop. Okay. Talk to you very soon. Bye.